Now, how is Covidism an ideology? Well, it has a kernel of truth, okay? Yeah, that's the last point on ideology. There's a kernel of truth in it. So the kernel of truth in Covidism is that this is a virus that is very deadly to some people, and we should take reasonable precautions and do the very best we can to protect people that are vulnerable to COVID. That's your kernel of truth. It's a real virus. It's truly deadly to a very small number of people, and that morally we ought to do the best we can without being stupid about it and without inflicting harm on other people, but we do the best we can to protect the vulnerable, especially when we know who the vulnerable are.
Okay.
Right? Contrary to what was said 15 months ago when they said, oh, it was going to harm children and great numbers of young people are going to have permanent lung damage. I mean, that's simply not true. Now, what Covidism does as an ideology is it takes the kernel of truth and it elevates it to the supreme truth. So now it's not just reasonable efforts we should make to protect COVID vulnerable people from COVID. No. This is, it is the truth, and it is the only truth. And the only thing that matters in life is to stop this virus. It doesn't matter how much damage is done. It doesn't matter how many people are harmed. It doesn't matter what catastrophic levels of health damage are inflicted on the entire population through, the isolation, loneliness, no exercise, mental health harms, anxiety, depression, unemployment, despair, suicide, people dying from cancer surgery, etc., 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 etc. Doesn't matter. It's like this train that is just chugging down the tracks, and a train is not very nuanced. It's going to go down that track. You can, if you want to stop it, hopefully you can start applying the brakes long before it runs over somebody or causes some damage.